If you're coming to Syracuse University, there are a few things you should know before you get here. The classes, the campus, the weather, sure. But more importantly, the insider lingo. Hi, I'm Sam, and this is everything you ought to know about Syracuse terms. Let's start with the places you'll spend most of your time. First, bird. That's Bird Library. You'll hear people say, "Do you want a bird?" or "I'm going to bird," constantly. It's the main library on campus, and yes, it has its own nicknames, its own culture, and its own floors with very different vibes. Next up, Schine. That's the Schine Student Center, which is basically the hub of campus life. Inside Schine, you may hear Panasci, or sometimes Panache. That's the lounge on the 3rd floor. Great views, comfy chairs, and then there's the underground, or the bottom floor of Schine. Some people call it the Shundy, short for Schine Underground, as in, let's get Shundy. Don't ask. Just go. You also hear Barnes. That's the Barnes Center at the Arch, which is SU's health and wellness hub. It's where you go for mental health support, medical care, and the gym. NVRC is the National Veterans Resource Center. It's a dedicated space on campus for student veterans, military-connected students, with resources, community, and programming all under one roof. The Mount refers to Mount Olympus, a neighborhood on campus made up of Day Hall and Flint Hall. To get there, you'll have to climb the Mount steps, and there are a lot of them. BBB is how students refer to Brewster, Bolin, and Brockway, 3 residence halls that are often grouped together. You'll hear, "Which B do you live in?" For me, it was Boland. South, or South Campus, is the apartment-style housing that's a bus ride from main campus. It has its own student center and even an ice skating rink that students refer to as Tennedy. It's free for students to use, and it's also where the Syracuse University women's ice hockey team plays. The warehouse is the Nancy Cantor Warehouse downtown, where a lot of students in the College of Visual and Performing Arts take classes. It's just a quick bus ride from campus. And speaking of getting off campus, if someone says Marshall, they're talking about the main strip of restaurants and shops right outside campus. CTB is College Town Bagels, a popular spot on Marshall Street. And Varsity is Varsity Pizza, another beloved Marshall Street institution. Now let's talk about schools and colleges. Many schools and colleges are commonly referred to by the most distinctive word in their name. For example, students say Newhouse, Whitman, Maxwell, Falk, and Architecture. Other schools and colleges also go by some simple acronyms, like VPA, ANS, SOE, ECS, and CPS. But that's not all. The iSchool is the School of Information Studies, Law or Deneen, which refers to the College of Law based out of Deneen Hall. And then there's ESF. That's not technically Syracuse, but it's right next door. The SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry shares the hill with us, and ESF students are very much a part of the campus community. The Dome. You'll hear this constantly. And yes, there's only one dome, the JMA Wireless Dome. Home to Syracuse football, men's and women's basketball, and men's and women's lacrosse. And when you're inside, you want to be in Otto's Army. That's the student section. It's loud, it's orange, and there is nowhere else you want to be for a big game. A couple of traditions you'll want to know about. First, the Goon Squad. When you move in for the first time, you're going to be greeted by a group of incredibly enthusiastic students in matching shirts. Those are the Goons. The Goon Squad has been welcoming new students to campus since 1944. They originally enforced the rule that all first years had to wear little orange beanies. The beanies are gone, but the Goon Squad is very much still here, and they're your first introduction to what being part of the orange community feels like. The number 44. You'll see this number everywhere on Syracuse. On jerseys, on buildings, even in the campus phone number prefix. That's because it's one of the most legendary numbers in college football history. And if you're ever in an orchestra or band rehearsal and the conductor says, "Turn to measure 44, you can shout, "Go Orange!" The Kissing Bench. Located right outside the Hall of Languages, this granite bench was a gift from the class of 1912. The tradition is simple. If you sit on the bench together and share a kiss, you're destined to get married. The Chimes. If you're on campus and you hear music echoing across the hill, that's coming from the Krause College Tower. The group behind it is called the Chime Masters, and they're kind of a secret society of students who play the chimes without anyone knowing who they are. It's one of those things that just becomes part of the soundtrack of your time here. And last but not least, we can't forget about Otto. Otto the Orange, our mascot here at Syracuse University. You'll always find them on campus with lots of energy, and if you haven't made a memory with Otto yet, you will during your time here. there's a lot more where this came from. And honestly, the best way to learn the rest is just to get here. But now you've got a head start. I'm Sam, and that's everything you ought to know about Syracuse terms. See you on campus!